So here I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on how to create a background like that. I believe Rebecca used it in one of her projects, and this one is a JPEG, right? So you can see the X mark in the middle. But originally this was a vector file, right? So this is a low-res image, and you can see it's all pixelated. But to create something like this will take just a few minutes. So I've dragged this image into Illustrator and put that on the layer, right? I can call it image. I'm going to lock that layer. I'm going to create a new one above in red layer, so it's perfect because everything is blue in the background. So I'm going to start with just creating those little squares, basically. So I'm going to start with a square, no stroke, and then the color will be determined after I get that stuff done. So first of all, I want to do just one little tiny little square right here. Press and hold the Shift key, right? So it's perfect square. It's never going to be, perfectly aligned to this document unless I zoom in at 850%. So here, let's see, pick the color in there, about approximately that color. But you know what? I want to keep it white for now because I want to see what I'm doing. So all I have to do is I have to press and hold my Option key, right, to duplicate it, and it's the Alt key on the PC, and make sure that it stays vertical so you can see your guide right there, your little vertical line, or press and hold my Shift key as well. And then that's it. It's just a quick duplication of that. From that point on a Macintosh, you can go Command D. And I believe on the PC it could be Alt D, I'm not sure. But Command D will duplicate it again and again and again using the exact same distance. So it's vertical at whatever distance, and then I just keep on going like this, and I have approximately, the right space in between. I'm not going to be too fussy about it. I'll keep it like this, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to go. You know what? I need squares to line up all the way up to the top of here. So I'm going to keep on going. I think I can select it again and then keep on going until I have approximately my height like this. Close that, and I'm going to do the same thing horizontally. So again, I select the whole thing. I can group it, but because I want to have that line like this that just is going to be like, what is it called again? That fair ride. I forgot what it's called now. Getting a brain fart. Anyway, so I'm going to have to select things individually just to have that sawtooth looking thing. So I'm going to do the same thing here again. I'm just going to go zoom in again, press and hold my Option key or Alt key to duplicate the whole column here, and then press and hold the Shift key again, so to make sure that it's perfectly horizontal. And then I duplicated my column right here. And I'm just going to do that, I don't know, about maybe 200 times here. So I'm just going to, again, Command D to duplicate it, and so on, right? It's not quite as high as I need it, but that's okay. So I keep on, keep pressing it individually, or just press and hold the D key and keep on going, just like that. So approximately that's my background right there, my little checker pattern or whatever I have. To make sure to replicate that, that it just goes up and down, I suppose they're supposed to be the volume levels, I suppose. I can go with my lasso tool, right? And I go, okay, well, I'm going to select that, and I'm just going to zoom in and out like this, up and down. Again, I'm just not doing it super precisely at this point, but, kind of go all the way up and then all the way down here and back. And so it's one column at a time kind of thing. So I'm just doing it, a bunch of them all at once, and go all the way back up and then wrap it around like this so you can see the line, right? So I'm just selecting all that stuff. And here I delete one time and then again, because it's kind of like a direct selection tool. So I still have all those little anchors selected, so I delete it again, and then that's it. So I'm just going to do that again very quickly. Again, so you can do that with a lasso tool, you can do that with a regular selection tool, and you have to go one column at a time. So you press and hold your Shift key, you go down here. So it's like, again, one column at a time, right? So it's really up to you what you prefer, you know, it's basically the same result. Right? And delete that stuff only once. Lasso tool is just a little more free flowing, so you can be, you know, very, very quick like this, and you can just go like that very quickly. Again, very quickly like this. Delete twice, and there you have a sound wave. I'm just going to select them all now. Now I'm going to group them. So Command G or just right click and group. And then now I'm going to give it a color. So again, I zoom in, I pick that color, something like that, perfect. Hide that layer just to see what I'm doing. It looks pretty good. Looks like a sound wave. It's random enough. And then you can see that in the original, there's a few missing, like little kind of like broken teeth. And you can do that again, right? You can just, you know, grab a few with your direct selection tool, or actually, you know what? We can ungroup that and just pick one here randomly here and there. You have to be right on the object. You know, pick a few like this just for fun. It doesn't have to be exact, right? You're not exactly reproducing somebody else's work. You're making it your own. You know, you are a content creator after all. One here, one there, another one down here. I wonder how many of them will align actually by accident. And one more here. Delete. There you go. And now we have a little bit of broken rhythm kind of thing. Randomly selecting stuff. Like so. Go back to my image right there. Again, I select them all, group them. Now, I'm going to do that. So let's say that's volume. I'm going to call it volume. I'm going to lock that and hide it. Create a new layer. Call it waves. Sound waves, it's a little too long, but I'm just going to do that. So the waves needs a little bit more finesse, because you need to create a nice curve that goes from up here, down there, wrap around like this. And then the other one that is at the top right here. So you create only 2 lines only, and then you will use the blend tool. So let's start with this one. So let's go this one right here, and I'm just gonna go, you know, press and hold your Option key right off the bat. And then one of the, oops, probably the wrong one, that goes all the way down here. You know, create it like this. It'll be random. I'm pressing and holding my Shift key, so my handles stay perfectly horizontal right here. Oh, that's a fail, oopsie. And you can see it's almost, oh yeah, I'm following the same kind of curve, almost. And then just put down here. But now it's not really that important to be that precise. Switch it from a fill to a stroke. And we're gonna make it yellow so we can see it. And then now you create the other one underneath. So again, same thing. Click, press and hold your Shift key. And then go up here, approximately. I'm gonna reduce that anchor, oops, that anchor right there. You know, just something simple like this. Somewhat follow the lines. Oops, missed that one. Something simple, right? Just quick random stuff. Now what you have is those 2 lines. How do you fill the ones in between? All you have to do is you use your blend tool right here. You pick the first one, select the second, and then that creates a line in between because my blend tool is not set up properly. But if you double click on your blend tool, you can go, instead of smooth color, you can do specified steps. there's only one step. That's why it made only one line in between. But here you say, well, I don't know, let's say 20 steps. A bit more than that, 30. Maybe 35. There you go. Now, all you have here, hide the background. All you have, if I go into view outline, I only have 2 lines. The blend mode, the blending tool, I mean, creates all the lines in between. So you can select that, change your stroke width, for example, go back to your image, and then apply the fill, apply the color, I mean. So pick the color from that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It needs a stroke. There you go. Turn that off. To your layers again. Hide the background. Show the volumes. There you go. You have that. So another thing on that image right there is the volume right here is repeated at the bottom, and you can see that there's the tall tower right there with a little 4 little digit right there, and it's there right here again. So it's been basically copied and flipped around. So I'm going to do that quickly like this. I'm just going to select them all, copy right here, right? Copy and then paste in front. So it's the exact same series of objects on top of the other. And I'm just going to use my rotate tool. And you can see that right here, the little blue dot right there, that's my reference point because by default it's in the center. I can move, oops, no, I don't want to do that. I can move my reference point, let's say about down here, and then rotate, and it will rotate around that reference point. And if I press and hold my shift key again, it'll go 45 degree, 90, 180. Whoops, I missed my 180. There it is. Let go of the mouse first. And there you go, you have your quote unquote reflection of your volume keys right there. So not quite the same height, move it up a couple notches. There you have it. And then now my image background, before I delete it, I fill that area. I pick the color again from that dark blue background. Now I can delete my image. Remove that rectangle in the corner all the way down here. And voila, you have that background, and it took just a few minutes to do.